태산의 번개와도 같이 단숨에 적진을 타고 앉아 원수들을 모조리 쓸어버릴 수 있게 튼튼히 준비된 우리 인민군대를 당할 자 이 세상에 없습니다.
North Korean troops are approaching Russia-Ukraine front lines, though reports suggest they're not Kim Jong-un's elite forces, Wall Street Journal claims. The North Korean troops nearing Russia's front lines with Ukraine may not be Kim Jong-un's best and brightest. They are seemingly young, teenagers or in their early 20s, and likely in the early stages of military conscription, according to video footage and intelligence officials. The soldiers appear relatively short and slightly built, reflecting widespread malnourishment across impoverished North Korea, military analysts say. Their special forces training would have focused on assassinations and infrastructure destruction in mountainous South Korea, a far cry from the trench warfare unfolding in the flat plains along the Ukrainian-Russian border. The fresh-faced troops have likely never left North Korea. The country's army operates aging and outdated conventional military equipment. Mere cannon fodder mercenaries, South Korean Defense Minister Kim Yong-hyun told lawmakers on Thursday in an assessment of the troops. Kim Jong-un, North Korea's 40-year-old dictator, may want to gauge internal reaction to the move, as well as the Kremlin's, by first sending those deemed relatively expendable, said James J.B. Park, a former South Korean defense and national security official. They will pave the way for the more experienced ones, said Park, now a Kelly Fellow at the Pacific Forum, a Hawaii-based think tank. That is, if Russian President Vladimir Putin requests more reinforcements, or Kim sees reasons to live up to the two countries' recently strengthened bilateral commitments, he added. A group of nearly 200 North Korean defectors living in South Korea is pushing to deploy to Ukraine so they can launch a psychological warfare campaign against their former comrades, now reportedly assembling in Russia. Drawing on their military backgrounds, this band of ex-soldiers, each with 7 to 10 years of military experience, aim to leverage their insider knowledge of North Korea's military to disrupt and demoralize the troops sent to fight in Ukraine, exploiting their psychological vulnerabilities. We are all military veterans who understand North Korea's military culture and psychological state better than anyone else, An Chan-il, a 69-year-old defector and member of the group, told This Week in Asia. An, who leads the World Institute for North Korea Studies and also serves as chair professor emeritus at Open Cyber University of Korea, underlined the ex-soldiers' readiness to deploy. We're ready to go wherever needed to work as psychological warfare agents, through loudspeaker broadcasts, distributing leaflets, and even acting as interpreters, he said. Lee Min-bok, another key figure in the initiative, has taken his plea directly to the Ukrainian government. He has posted an open letter to Ukraine's embassy in Seoul, appealing to President Volodymyr Zelensky for permission to assist in rescuing North Korean soldiers, whom he described as cannon fodder. North Korean soldiers are there essentially as mercenaries, but we would go as volunteers with a goodwill mission, Lee said. Simply our presence in Ukraine could significantly impact the morale of North Korean troops, he added, expressing hope that the Ukrainian government would welcome their offer. Lee, who defected to South Korea in 1995 via China and Russia, has become known in the years since for launching propaganda leaflets across the North Korean border using gas-filled balloons, leveraging his background as an agricultural scientist. North Korean soldiers could find hope and courage in our presence in Ukraine, inspiring them to cross over in search of freedom, he wrote in his open letter, seen by This Week in Asia. The defectors' proposal reflects the collective outrage of the roughly 34,000 North Korean defectors in South Korea, many of whom are deeply disturbed by what An's group called Kim Jong-un's aggression and disregard for international law in deploying troops to support Russia. As former North Korean soldiers, we are ready to go to the front, conduct psychological warfare, rescue these soldiers, and dismantle the North's mercenary policies, their mission statement reads. Armed with their intimate understanding of North Korea's military culture, these defectors believe they are uniquely positioned to create psychological disruptions that could encourage North Korean troops to turn their guns around. An, who defected in 1979, inspired by South Korean loudspeaker broadcasts and leaflets while serving at a North Korean frontline guard post, said that if North Korean soldiers were to fall into Ukrainian hands, their group could persuade them to defect to the south. Most North Korean soldiers, including elite special forces, suffer from food shortages and malnutrition, he said. The soldiers you see on televised parades are a carefully selected few. They're the alpha of the entire population. The group's proposal comes amid political turbulence in South Korea, fueled by leaked telegram messages between a high-ranking South Korean security officials and a conservative lawmaker, hinting at potential collaboration with Ukraine to target North Korean forces aiding Russia. President Yoon Suk-yeol recently suggested that South Korea might re-evaluate its long-standing policy against providing lethal aid to nations embroiled in conflict, depending on the extent of North Korea's involvement. If these volunteers are captured by Russian forces, it would create a diplomatic tangle, he warned, highlighting the ambiguity of their status. President Yoon has made it clear that South Korea will not sit idle if North Korean troops are deployed in support of Russia, suggesting that Seoul may consider supplying arms to Ukraine should North Korean-Russian military collaboration deepen. It appears that Seoul may be moving towards a direct supply of weapons to Ukraine, Y told This Week in Asia, indicating that such support could include defensive systems like anti-aircraft missiles or even offensive artillery shells. The U.S. will not impose new limits on Ukraine's use of American weapons if North Korea joins Russia's war, the Pentagon said on Monday, as NATO said North Korean military units had been deployed to the Kursk region in Russia. The North Korea deployment is fanning Western concerns that the almost 3-year conflict in Ukraine could widen, even as attention shifts to the Middle East. It could signal how Russia hopes to offset mounting battlefield losses and continue making slow, steady gains in eastern Ukraine. The deepening military cooperation between Russia and North Korea is a threat to both Indo-Pacific and Euro-Atlantic security, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte told reporters after talks with a South Korean delegation about the North Korean deployments. U.S. President Joe Biden said the development was very dangerous. The Pentagon estimated 10,000 North Korean troops had been deployed to eastern Russia for training, up from an estimate of 3,000 troops last Wednesday. A portion of those soldiers have already moved closer to Ukraine, and we are increasingly concerned that Russia intends to use these soldiers in combat or to support combat operations against Ukrainian forces in Russia's Kursk Oblast, near the border with Ukraine, said Pentagon spokesperson Sabrina Singh, using a term for a Russian region. The Kremlin had initially dismissed reports about a North Korean deployment as fake news, but Putin on Thursday did not deny North Korean troops were in Russia and said it was Moscow's business how to implement a partnership treaty with Pyongyang.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.